Finally, I should just say to Campbell Newman how much I feel for him on what is obviously a difficult day for him and his government. I've spoken to Campbell tonight. Last night I will be speaking to him again today. He's been a good Premier who led a good government. Obviously there are lessons from the result in Queensland. The lessons are not to give up on reform, but to make sure that everything you propose is fully explained and well justified, and obviously that's a lesson that we're determined to learn in Canberra as well.
How much blame do you take, Mr Abbott, for the Queensland election result?
Well, it's interesting. I saw some of the leaders' debate, I saw some of the People's Forum, and no federal issues were raised. So
The knighthood effect must have had an impact, mustn't it?
Well, it was a distraction for a couple of days, I accept that, and I very much regret that. But in the end, the voters of Australia are pretty smart. They judge state elections on state issues and they judge federal elections on federal issues. And as I say, Campbell was a good Premier who ran a good government, but there are obviously lessons in the election result last night, and we're determined to learn them in Canberra.
Well, the political observers say that the problems that befell the Campbell-Newman government are the same problems that are occurring with the federal government at the moment, that they're not listening to voters, they're not prosecuting their reforms properly. What kind of lessons are you going to learn personally from that election?
Well, I am determined to ensure that Australia does not join the weak government club of the world. I am determined to ensure that Australia has a government that does what is necessary to build a strong and prosperous economy for a safe and secure Australia. Let's not forget that just 16 months ago, the people of Australia elected a government and a Prime Minister to clean up Labor's mess, to build a strong and prosperous economy for a safe and secure Australia, and that is exactly what we're doing. Every single day we have been hard at work with the best interests of the Australian people at heart. Now, I don't say for a second that we haven't made mistakes. I don't say for a second that we can't do things better, but I am not going to be distracted from the essential task of giving this country the good government that it deserves.
Mr Abbott, your personal approval rating is 27%. Can you recover from that?
Well, as I said, the people of Australia elected me as Prime Minister, and they elected my government to get on with the job of governing our country, to clean up Labor's mess. They elected us to do the right thing by our country, and I accept that we've had some difficulties. I accept that we've had some difficulties. I accept that we need to learn from the difficulties that we've had, but in the end, government is not a popularity contest, it's a competence contest. That's what it is, and that's what we're determined to continue to be, a strong and competent government which is delivering for the people of Australia.
What do you say about comments from one of your own backbenchers that your leadership should be up for a discussion after this result in Queensland?
Well, obviously people are able to raise whatever subject they want with me, and that's exactly what they do every day. Every day I'm out and amongst the people of Australia. You saw me out and amongst the people of Australia just a few moments ago here at St Mark's Church, and I am always ready to discuss with them whatever is on their mind, and that's the way I've always been, that's the way I always will be.
But Mel Brough has been asked to challenge your leadership, so how safe is it really?
Well, as I said, we are getting on with the job of doing exactly what the Australian people elected us to do, to clean up Labor's mess, to build a strong and prosperous economy for a safe and secure Australia. Every day since the election, that's what we've been doing, and every day till the next election, that's exactly what we'll be doing.
If your judgment is one of the central problems at the moment, how do you actually fix that? I mean, what processes are you going to implement now to make sure that you have better judgment in the future?
Well, as I said, we are doing what we were elected to do. And I have to say,
that it's not very popular, so wouldn't the government have to try and do something different?
Well, what we're doing is we are building a strong and prosperous economy for a safe and secure Australia. I accept that there have been some difficult times. I absolutely accept that, and obviously we've had some difficulties in the Senate. but we have listened, we have learned. We will be a more consultative and collegial government in 2015 than we were in 2014. We will not take the Senate for granted in 2015, as perhaps sometimes we were tempted to do in 2014. But the important thing is not to navel gaze, it's not to focus on ourselves. The important thing is to get on with the job of being a better government today than we were yesterday, being a better government tomorrow than we are today. That's the constant challenge of government. Every day to get on with delivering for the Australian people. Now I'll take one more question, and if there's any other subject.
Paid maternity leave. What's happening there? I mean, that's going to be a big blow to people, isn't it?
Well, look, I said before Christmas that I would be working over the break on a holistic families package, which would scale back and better target paid parental leave, that would focus on childcare. The important thing is to do what's best for families right now, and I'll have more to say about this in the next day or so.
But has it been dumped entirely, or is it just
Thank you so
delayed
much.
because of the economy?
Thank you.